Now this is interesting. Now these are two characters that we've seen more of in recent times, but I have not seen them fight each other particularly often. Bowser Jr. has certainly seen some more success, especially with some of the players in the Philly area, like Yoda Cage. Byleth, of course, Leo has been playing Byleth, so we've seen a lot of him at the very top level, but has also grown in popularity because of that probably at the lower levels as well.
Oh, it definitely fades down. But Bowser Jr. is one of those weird, like, so
strange character.
So people talk about, again, we talked about Steve a little bit before this. Steve kind of plays his own game. I think Bowser Jr. also does. It's just, you know, not nearly as effective as Steve's minigame.
Degree and not as good.
But minigame characters have existed in Smash as an archetype for a very long time. If you don't know how to fight Bowser Jr., it's going to take you several games to figure it out, like jumping right into that.
Yeah. That up B is a really interesting tool because it's, you know, it's a decent recovery move that also has the extreme flaw of sometimes you get clipped out of it and you die at literally 0. But also it's a very aggressive move that you can use. You can up B at people to combo side B into the hammer swing that you got. You can leave that near the ledge to ledge trap, which always makes me happy to see because I play Eliana and Rivals. I do the same thing. Bran is taking an early lead here. It is, just the weird zoner in a mech suit who can make it explode sometimes.
Oh, and okay, looking for the jab lock. Those jab locks with Bowser Jr. can be so violent because that forward smash is actually one of the strongest in the game.
Bowser Jr. has fantastic smash attacks across the board, also a really good jab. That jab itself is a kill move. That up B is great for ledge trap for edge guarding tether recoveries as well as we see. But he has so many options, especially at the ledge. Even the forward throw kills there we see. But, you know, forward throw, jab, and all the smash attacks. So many things you have to watch out for when you're stuck on ledge.
And then mixing up on the shield so brilliantly with that side B there. He went back and dipped forward, forced you to pick an option out of the shield. This is the kind of movement you like to see from Bowser Jr. for sure.
Yeah, you can kind of play Junior as this weird version of like discount Sonic in neutral, where you kind of side B and jump around in and out. But you also have a few more and even better aggressive options out of it sometimes. Because if that side B hits, it's a combo starter. You can go into up air strings at low percent. Junior has one of the best up airs in the game. You can go into up B for a kill at high percents, the up B hammer, all that kind of stuff.
And now how aggressive can you be off the side? You did that into the ledge, trying to try and follow the low recovery. Like, so if you had seen a fast fall, he would have been down low to help go for like maybe, I don't know, an up B swing or just maybe like a forward air off the bop. So many options off of this edge guard opportunity, but it turns out I didn't need any of them because the cannonball is right on the money.
And that's such a good tool right there. The neutral beat is also snap to ledge, even stepping backwards. Is that, you know, that cannonball has a lot of lag. It's really the only downside. They both have moved quite a bit from Smash 4. It used to be almost useless. In this game, it's pretty solid. But being able to ledge grab with it is really good because you can either shoot it onto stage to keep yourself safe as you grab the ledge, or you can shoot it off stage like that and then force out an air dodge and hit people for recovering low. wontson didn't even give him the air dodge, so he just takes the cannonball and Bran takes game 1.
And that was a 3-star.
It was.
Like I mentioned, if you're not familiar with the matchup, the first, like, it takes more than a best of 3 to learn this matchup.
Absolutely.
It takes like a first to 9 to really get a grips of how like Bowser Jr.'s movement works and how ledge trapping works and how to like fight around all that. So definitely a matchup check early in the bracket here for wontson. Let's see if he fares better in game 2. So far, the music counter pick on.
Love the music counter pick. Absolutely. So this is a good stage for Byleth. I think Junior kind of indifferent on this stage. Certainly not terrible for him, but Byleth is going to get more out of this stage on its own. But you do have to be careful of the potential for really long up air strings from Junior here. We didn't see much of those in game 1 because we saw the Mecha Koopa and the jab really doing a lot of work.
Okay, getting the lick in.
I love that move. Junior's animations are so silly. The lick, the fork, also the forward throw, the hand that comes out and punches.
You know, I never think about that forward throw. That's one I never think about. I always think about the fork. The fork is so goofy.
The fork is great.
Okay, platform pressure coming out from Byleth, but a very sneaky up B.
And wontson really getting knowledge checked here a bit. You know, falling for this up B in multiple situations, it's a legitimately good move, like edge guarding or ledge trapping. But in neutral like that, or even in disadvantage, to kind of bail himself out there, that's kind of a matchup check of like, hey, do you know about this? And wontson just not reacting to it quite in time.
Absolutely, matchup check is the correct term, right?
Yeah.
Just Brand's forcing the issue now. I feel like he can press any button with almost reckless abandon. Yeah. Let's see how he plays this ledge trap. Oh no, he's just gonna fade back with this Mecha Koopa. I like the item play.
And that's something really important with this character. You know, you have the option when you put out a Mecha Koopa, when you have time to do that, you have the choice between going to pick it up and then playing an item game with it, or having it walk on its own and sort of playing neutral around it, or keeping them in the corner with some help from essentially calling an assist.
Yeah, it's a well-placed trap, and there it's actually going to save Bran. He's going to be able to recover pretty much for free because that Mecha Koopa was laid just perfectly in the right position.
Yeah, recover for free and even get off the ledge for free, which is super important against Bilo, who's so strong at ledge trapping, and you cannot roll through that F-smash from that range. That was a big move. It'll hit a little bit behind Bowser Jr. as well.
That also would have been like the perfect position to shield poke if you stayed in shield as well, so just well spaced by Bran as he is moving and grooving in this game too. Might be lights out here for wontson. Okay, he makes it past this update.
You know, this has been a dominant performance so far. Bran at pretty high %. We'll see if wontson can at least get one stock off here. This has been a rough matchup. You know, 10 a.m. Bowser Jr. Like, hey, you know about this character? No.
If that was my morning, I'd be a little upset. But it's okay. That's what the losers bracket's for, right?
There you go,
you get a second chance. And there you go, the cannonball also just aiding with the ledge trap. And another attempt at a jab lock, but Tekken out of it.
Oh, the double cannonball is coming in. First one hits the platform. That can be really scary on FD or like Smash Ball where the platform's not in the way of that. You get a cannonball coming at you, and then you get another one falling on your head later on, and like it can break your whole shield. It's crazy.
It's like some K-roll cannonball shenanigans, right?
Oh yeah. It's like, imagine if K-roll could have a second cannonball fall out of the sky.
But the 2-0 in handshake is complete here for Bran, moving right along.